Number 5, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, in the last Parliament, my honourable friend will remember that we held the AV referendum when this country resoundingly rejected a proposal to abandon our tried and tested first-past-the-post system in favour of an alternative. I believe we should respect that result and the clear democratic decision it represents, and therefore we have no plans to change the voting system.
Alex Shelborough.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And given that the British people voted overwhelmingly for first past the post, does my honourable friend agree with me that, as with all referendums, the result is final and settled, and that the government is absolutely right to push ahead with delivering its vital manifesto commitments?
Mr. Speaker, as in many things, I could not have put it better myself.
Danny Kinahan. The honourable gentleman's timing could be improved in future. Mr. Kinahan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. When it comes to electoral reform, in Northern Ireland we're closing all our electoral offices. Surely part of electoral reform is trying to get more people involved, and closing electoral offices is the wrong way to do it.
Mr. Speaker, I won't trample on the purviews of the devolved administrations and the Northern Ireland office, but I would say to him, if he'd like to write to me with more details, I'm happy to respond.
Mr. Gary Streeter.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, is the government looking seriously at how the understandable security challenges of online voting might be overcome so that future generations of young people can actually vote online in this country safely and securely, and thereby increasing voter registration and participation?
Well, Mr. Speaker, my honourable friend is absolutely right that online activity is an increasing part of our everyday lives, whether it's shopping or everything else. And as technology improves and as online voting becomes steadily more secure, then it is something which we will need to continue to revisit. At the moment, the prospects of potentially stealing the government of a country are too grave to allow it to happen as yet.
Carolyn Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Will the Minister agree that we must do everything possible to bring power closer to people in every part of the country? And a good start would be to make it easier for people to engage in politics.
Mr. Speaker, I absolutely would agree with that, and as I said in my remarks in response to an earlier set of questions, and there's a great deal which governments can do, but of course there's a great deal which parties, political parties and others need to do as well to engage the interests of the voters.
Jeremy Lefroy.
7, Mr.